Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little demonstration and first impression, I guess you could call it, and also a little comparison on the new Tarte palette. This one is the 2015 Holiday Collection palette, so it is limited edition. This one is called Tarte Holidays with a Z, and I am going to compare it also. I'm going to show you a little bit of the 2014 one just so you know the difference between the two. First off, I did want to let you know that this one is online right now at Sephora.com. That is where I bought it from. It is not in stores yet, but if you are watching this after it is in stores, I will update my description box. For now, I will have the information that I know in the description box. So I first want to get into this palette itself, and then we'll get into the comparison later on. So the packaging of this is just a black sparkly palette, and it does feel a little rough. You can feel like maybe some of the little shimmers or little glitters are gonna fall off for a little while, but it doesn't seem like all of this is going to scrape off or anything. I honestly don't mind the packaging of this one or the last one just because I have it around my vanity. I don't carry it around with me, so to me it's not a problem. And in this cute little palette you do get 5 shades. Each one is 0.15 ounces in case you're interested in that. The names of these blushes are Fetching, Dollface, Prim, Smashing, and Beaming. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some swatches of these so you can see the way that they look. Just so you know, I am wearing Smashing on my cheeks today, but I will be showing you a demo of that in a bit. I'm going to start out from left to right. I'm going to do the first 3, and I'm going to do Fetching, Dollface, and Prim. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch those for you. So these are the 3 here on my finger, and I'm going to go ahead and just put them on here. As you can see, they are very pigmented. I haven't used every single blush in here, but oh my god, they're really nice. And this one is a little light, but it is the lightest one in the palette. And I didn't mention it to you guys, but you do get 4 matte shades and you get 1 that's a little shimmery. So that one is called Beaming, and you can tell by the name why it has a little bit of shimmer. It's called Beaming. The next 2 is Smashing, and like I said, Beaming. Smashing is the one that I'm wearing right now. And then Beaming is the glittery one, or the shimmery one, not glittery, but here are the swatches to those 2. I hope they're not too crooked. Now they kind of look powdery, especially Smashing, but that's the one that I used today, and it is not powdery. It doesn't get all over the place. It actually looks really nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and re-swatch Beaming for you because I feel like I did a terrible job showing you the way that it looks because it's on the higher part of my arm. So there's the color again. I hope you can see it. I just swatched it a little bit more because my swatch was fairly crooked. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the demo. That way you're able to see the way that it works. Guys, so just so you know, I already have my contour, my bronzer, and also my highlight. Now I'm gonna go in with one of these blushes, and only one of these, like I told you guys, is shimmery, which is this one here, and this one is called Beaming. So I think for today, since I already have bronzer, a little bit of shimmery bronzer, and some highlight, I'm gonna go in with the matte shade. I'm really in between of using these 2, but since I want it to show up and I want you to see it, I'm gonna go ahead and use Smashing. And the brush that I'm gonna be using is this small angled brush that I use all the time for my blush. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some of this color and just dust it off a little bit, just dust it off a little bit, and as you can see, it did pick up quite a bit of color, so we need to be careful. And I know that already from my other palette because it does pick up a lot of product, so you just gotta be careful with it and then build it up if you want. I hope it's not too pink just because I have blue eyeshadow and I just feel like it's gonna be too much color. So if it is, I'll just have to go over it with my powder brush. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it right here. There you go, you just saw me apply the color Smashing. I really love the way that it looks. I like the color of it. The pigmentation is great. It's not powdery. It didn't get all over the place. It was easy to apply, and the best part is that it was easy to blend. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the comparison between this year's and last year's. Just so you know the way that the box looks, it is like this. I forgot to show you at the very beginning. Anyways, this is the way that the box looks. That's the boring part. So compared to last year's, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about both. They are all different different colors. I don't have any other palettes from previous years because honestly I just didn't know about them. So I told you guys earlier that it was called Tarte Holidays, but I believe that that's the whole collection that they have, because they do have holiday palettes, they have holiday blush sets, they have holidays lipsticks and I guess lip pencils. So that is what the whole collection is called, but the palette itself is called Bling It On. So if you Google it, I'm sure if you put holidays the way I spelled it for you, you are going to get the whole collection, but if you put Bling It On, this one's more likely to come up. And this is the packaging. This is a difference in packaging. So I know a lot of people complained about this packaging last year, but honestly, I do not mind the packaging. Like, to me, it just feels nice. It feels like a good palette. It doesn't feel like if I drop it, anything's gonna happen to it. It's cushiony. I don't know. I like the packaging myself, and I honestly don't mind because I just have it sitting back there. I don't take it with me anywhere. So I guess if you were taking it with you somewhere, it's kind of bulky, but it is like a little clutch. And these are the 5 shades that you get in this palette, but the problem is that you don't get the names. So you do get them in a little plastic, which I still have because it's very helpful for me whenever I do a tutorial and I have the name of the blush for you. So that is the only problem, that it always falls out. It even fell out right now, and that's the only problem, that it just, you know, you have to keep the plastic if you want to know the names of it, because you do not get the names anywhere else. And this is just the way that this one looks. It has the big mirror, of course, and compared to the other one, I'm going to put them side by side for you. But first I'm going to show you this one just a little close up because I didn't show you that earlier. So this is the way the shades look. And so as you can see, you also get a nice big mirror with this if you want to take this with you, which I think is great that it has a mirror because you can travel with it. If you want to take a few blushes, you don't have to take a lot of individual blushes. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the 2 palettes side by side. And this is the way that they look. And none of the colors repeat. I would say that none of them look the same. Maybe these 2 on each end, but they are different. They look like a dark pink, but they are very different from each other. So I don't know if you can tell, but on this palette, I mean, I did get great use out of it, which is why I really recommend you get a palette of blushes. I've used this a ton of times in my tutorials on everyday looks on myself, when I don't film, when I film. And I use it all the time, which is why I went ahead and I grabbed the one from this year, because to me it was totally worth it. I do not own a big collection of blushes. That I just don't have a lot of them. I've told you guys this before. And palettes to me are just great to buy because they're all in one and I don't have to worry about individual ones. So I guess I'll go ahead and show you the 2 side by side again so you can get a good look. You can tell that they're not the same palette, so don't worry about it if you already have this one and you want to get this one for yourself. Or if you've never gotten a palette, well, now's the time because it's still for sale and I'm sure it's going to be until December. So you have plenty of time, but I'm so glad I was able to show it to you right now just so you can get a good look and think about it some more and feel like, okay, maybe I want it, maybe I don't. Or maybe I don't own any blush and this is a good time for you to get a palette for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see on Beauty News. Keep in mind that I do have a lot of new holiday stuff that I want to show you guys. And you will get sneak peeks if you follow me on Snapchat because I am on there quite a bit. So if you want to follow me there or be my friend there, that would be awesome. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.